We're here at the Billie Creek, and that there's the Billie Creek Bridge. There's another bridge on the other side of the little town. And what it is, they brought in these houses, my understanding, in the 60s from all over the state. This is the old governor's house, and Governor Josh A. Wright, he looked like he died in 1857. And he was the governor here at this Indiana in 1849 to 1857. So he would have been governor here before the Civil War, and this is it. This is his old house. So, of course, back when he was alive, before the Civil War, this would be considered, of course, a very nice house. Most people didn't even have houses back then, and if they did, it was an old log cabin. So if he had this, he was living in of course, the style, I guess he would be if he was a governor. But you had to be pretty well off to have a house like this in the mid 1800s. So it's pretty good shape, it looks like. It looks like they took and put some old sewing machines, and I know what that is. That's an ice box is what that is. Old ice box. Of course, it doesn't have that many rooms, and back then, they didn't need them either. So I'm just gonna walk around this little town. This little town, like I said, they brought in all these houses from different areas, and they named this place Billie Creek. So before it gets dark here, we are going to do a ghost hunt here tonight, and I'm just gonna walk around and take some pictures or video here. Looks like this was an old Baptist church. So like I say, my understanding is all these buildings were brought in here in the 60s to make this little town called Billie Creek. And you really can't tell any difference by putting the light on, but I was going to do a quick overview so you can actually see what it looks like in these buildings. Got an old musty, damp smell in here. Of course, you have a lot of these little outbuildings, and these type of buildings would have been more customary for back in the day. I would think houses like this would have been, could be little shops too, but a lot of these would have been like little families would live in them little houses. They were, cheap. But for back then, though, they would still be very hard to build because you'd have to, of course, get the wood and everything. You can see here, this right here was an old broom closet, a little broom shop. Of course, we take brooms for granted now, but back then, of course, they would have been all handmade. And you definitely want a broom, of course, to sweep your house out. You can see in here. And looked at this a few minutes ago. This used to be an old, like where they kept wood at. This right here kind of looks like a church, but it's actually, I looked at it earlier, it's actually a schoolhouse. And so let's walk in the schoolhouse. Yeah. It's sticking up there. That sucks. Well, I ain't gonna force it. I did get in there earlier, but now it's kind of well shut already. And I'm not sure how well you can see inside, but okay, you can see. So, and you can see in there, you got, this was another church here. So, this church moved in memory of Grace Smith Holman, Rockville resident, until 1896. So, Billie Creek here is pretty close to Rockville, okay? It's outside of Rockville if you ever want to come here. I know that they have tours here, but I don't know really much about the tours because I'm here on a ghost hunt, but I would look on the website or call me at a time, but I know they get tours here. I just don't know if it's every day or on the weekend, but I definitely would verify it before you come out here. So this one here was an old original, you can tell it was an old original cabin. And you can tell that by the logs. You can see what those were cut with an axe or something like that. Of course, they filled it in with concrete, it looks like. They used to be some type of other, but let me kick this on real quick. And you can see here, that would have been old cotton, where they took the cotton and made blankets and stuff out of it. Let's go on here. Need to lock the door back. Looks like there's another little house or little cabin there. Looks like at one time they were going to expand it back there. Now, a lot of times I don't think they would leave these, buildings open, but they left them open for us to come in these buildings tonight and to do this ghost town here. Go back out. It's a pretty neat little place. Actually, it would be a good place to actually. This would have been the candle shop, it says. This would have actually been a great place to, film a movie here. I could see a lot of potential here. That used to be some type of old refreshment stand. I don't know what that used to be. It almost kind of looks like it used to be like an old saloon or something. Let's see here. It says, let's say it there. CAEBLEE. Okay. Mercantile building, actually, is what this was. That's just what it says, but, huh. It says in December of 1982, it was moved here to Billie Creek. And this actually came village from Rockville, Indiana. Huh. Well, hold on. It does say something about liquor store and drug store. Okay. This building was built prior to 1904 and originally houses a monument sales company. In later years, the Garbler building was home to a car dealership, laundromat, liquor store, and drug store. So it was just a little bit of everything. Let's say covered bridge carrier job something. I'm not sure this is even open. No. Looks like you got completely full of antiques or something in there. Pretty cool. You got this right here. And sometimes just a house that probably was used for something. Oh man, that's an old pair of like binoculars in there. Okay, this looks like a doctor's office. Surgical stuff in there, so it probably was a doctor's office. Yeah, okay, yeah. Doctor's office. Yeah, ma'am. I say doctor's, but it looks like it might have been a dentist office. Of course, some of them might have been the one and the same back then. You can see the old, different type of old tools and stuff like that they had, and definitely a lot of antique old stuff here. Right there, it says, okay, that looks like the same building maybe. It says Dr. Rice's office. Shelby County, Kentucky. Okay, this must come from Shelby County, Kentucky, in August 1823. And it goes on and talks about it. So this right here was the old general store here. You can see Billie Creek. And so they're still using this right here, it looks like, to store stuff in. It says all items make an offer. Maybe they don't have this open anymore much. Maybe it might be like, maybe it wasn't getting enough business, but I really don't know. It looks like you can see there. Looks like that was probably in the 60s or something. It was a lot better shape. Gatorade and stuff. Yeah, I have to find out more about this. I didn't reserve this place, so I don't know. See there where it goes upstairs. And this was the back. I guess this was probably built on later. Toys. That's their ghost hunting equipment for tonight. Old stove. And that there looks like the Billie Creek Village. That was actually made at 1967. Pretty sad. It looks like this thing's like pretty much partly shut down or whatever, but I'm like, I don't know what to find out. Maybe they give tours, maybe, you know, by appointment or something like that. Huh, looks like that the clock may be right. It's about that time, I think. Gazebo. Huh. I bet at one time this place was probably got a lot of business at one time, but so many places like this is dying out now. People do other stuff, but looks like they have something over there. I know they said somewhere over there there's a PreCivil War house, so got the goats coming out. You can see that house way over there. That's that PreCivil War house. You can see that there's that PreCivil War house. It looks like they have like get-togethers and stuff here. So that's pretty much Billie Creek here. First time I've ever been here. Like I say, it's pretty cool because I got two covered bridges that come into here. One's here and one's on the other side, which I don't know if that other one's even in use.